Love and Live crew, we are so thankful for all the support that you've shown us over the years. We are so grateful for everything you've done. Thank you so much for all that you do. Love and Live crew, we love you. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Rooted in essential oils and kicking it with the roots. GJ34, you made this one for the books. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Precious Pieces, Honoria Mouse, Lena Doyle and Stay Stace, House of X and Event Yours, you're truly entertaining. Frugal Mama and Chill, Travision 3D, Superfood Parents, you are a blessing to me. Amateur Aquatic Addiction and April Showers, you grace us with your presence for hours and hours. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Love and Live crew, thank you. Run me my money and buy me a coffee too. Sandra Blueberry and Nicole Reeves, you have supported us for over 26 months, and we are so grateful. Thank you.
Step into the light where hearts unwind, conversations deep where love's defined, in the realm where truth takes the stage. Love Lounge opens up the page. Love Lounge, let's take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Whispers of wisdom in every word, connecting hearts that might have blurred. Feel the rhythm of every beat. Love Lounge, the place where souls meet. Love Lounge, let's take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. From passion's peak to tender care, journey with us, we share, we dare. A space for hearts to bear their truth. Love Lounge, bringing fresh roots. Love Lounge, just take a dive in stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, we thrive. On Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, we thrive. On Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive. Stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive.
like to support us here on the Love and Live show?
Yes.
If so, join the Hustlers! What does it take to be a hustler? Join us on the platform, Buy Me a Coffee, and join our membership over there.
Yes.
Some of the perks that you can get over there
Yes.
are your name in our videos and live stream. We're going to be promoting you, doing a little extra something.
Yes.
We're also going to give you guys some additional content. Not just the stuff we have here on YouTube.
No,
but some extra special
Yes.
stuff just for you guys, the hustlers.
The hustlers. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm going to give you like downloadable contents that you can have only a limited time.
Okay.
But it's exclusive to our Run Me My Money Hustlers.
So you can see what Queen is cooking over there. You also will have personalized videos ran here on our live streams.
Yes. And we're going to also highlight one of our members every month.
Put you in the spotlight, give you a highlight.
Because you're so special to us.
All
We
right.
love you.
So, are you feeling like a hustler?
I'm feeling like a hustler, baby.
If so, join us on
On
a
Run Me My Money Hustlers.
Oh, buy me a coffee. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's out of focus. Let me see if I can
We're
fix
out
that.
of
But
focus.
She been acting up today, y'all.
you could tell already. You could tell already. That's how you know it's crazy. When you can already tell.
Well, you
Act
know,
up is in the air.
it's past my bedtime, so you know.
It's not past your bedtime. No, see,
It's
look,
past
we're
my
not
bedtime.
doing. No, we're not doing
And I
this.
just have to keep it real. It's past my bedtime. It is what it is.
Now it is.
It's late. It's late o'clock over here.
It is not no 8 o'clock. Do you see what time?
I see what time. I said it's late o'clock. I'm usually in bed.
This is not even the midpoint of the day. It ain't even 5 o'clock yet, and it's late o'clock.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's late o'clock.
anyway, so y'all, it's Love Lounge.
Love Lounge.
We
got
do
some
this
things to talk
impromptu
about.
Love Lounge because, again, we've been unable to do Wednesdays. We've been busy with the pop-up. And so you already know we had to still bring Love Lounge to y'all.
Yeah.
We had a community post that we put up, and some of y'all was talking, chatting at that one. But we're here.
Yeah,
all
we're
right?
here. We're here.
All
We
that
are
to
ready.
say, we're here. And, hopefully everybody who's watching this now live, or if you're watching this as a replay, just want to make sure that you guys don't forget to hit the like button on this, all right? Especially if you enjoy what's going down over here. But this is going to be a little less well put together because usually I come and I put the stuff together. I didn't do all that this week. So we had just some different questions, and we're going to be talking about this topic, all right? So
first.
yeah, we gotta welcome somebody.
Okay, because I gotta ask.
She done got the glasses on now. She
I can
did it.
see.
She trying to like.
I can see clearly now. The
She
rain
done got the
is
glass.
gone.
Look, so some people get the glasses and
I
don't
can
know how
see
to act.
all
But
the obstacles in my way. Yeah, that's the problem. You don't want to see the obstacles in your way. You just want to fall over them suckers. Anyway. Okay.
what do?
I don't want to see all the obstacles.
Look. You
Do you really want to see the obstacles? When you see the obstacles, that's what stop you from keep going. You know what I mean? If you don't see the
Yeah.
obstacles, you just keep going.
I know y'all.
That's just what you do. But when
I
you
know
see the
y'all
obstacles,
see
you
it.
be like,
Yeah.
stop. Wait a minute. Hold up.
I know y'all see.
All
her
right, let me
today.
turn to the left and the right. God be like,
know
just
y'all
go
see her
straight forward.
today.
God be like, go straight. But I see all those obstacles in my way, so I'm gonna have to change
know
the
y'all
lyrics to
see
that song
and hear her
because they wasn't
today.
thinking about it on the obstacles.
And
Here
this
we
is
go.
something that you breaking it down for them
Yeah, because
they don't have to revise the
because you
lyrics
think
now.
a joke, and I'm trying like it's serious. Like, he's talking about you can see all the obstacles in your way
And
now.
he's saying, don't look at the obstacles.
Don't look at the obstacles because God keep telling you to go straight
Because
forward.
it's fact. If it's facts, though, I ain't gonna lie.
There be
it's facts.
obstacles in your way you don't want to see.
you didn't went from
because you're
this-
walking by faith and not by sight.
Oh,
and when you
snap.
walk by faith and not by sight, you don't want to see the obstacles because even though we're trying to walk by faith,
You
it
sure
does
it's not
discourage
Sunday
us.
yet? You sure it's not
Shit,
Sunday
the
yet? 'Cause
word
whew,
come when the word comes. It don't work on Sundays only.
Queen
That's a day
Lenoir.
of rest. You know what I mean?
Somebody come get Queen
Damn,
Lenore.
rest is on Sunday. You know, I got to get my rest on, but yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
so
saying.
y'all.
I can see clearly now that the rain is gone.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the chat. We gotta welcome somebody in. All right. You know they be doing their thing over there.
Oh, yes.
You know what's going down.
I got a drink.
It's time for a
Came from
sip.
Avi Coffee.
All right,
And then
it's
you
time
got
for a
boba in the
sip.
popping bobas. Yeah.
We gotta welcome in
Fancy shop.
Vince
Vince
Yours. Vince Yours in the building. Nice to see you, Vince Yours. Vince Yours saying, hey.
She said, we're getting ready for a party. We're getting ready. Yeah.
Said, what's
what party
up,
we
fam?
going to? Because, you know.
And no, it's
you
not
know,
late.
It's late o'clock over here. So,
No.
you know, my bedtime.
Tanya said it's not late over here. Okay, we getting ready for a party.
I know.
It
ain't late for Tanya.
No, she said it's not late. It's
not
not late over
for
there.
Tanya.
It's not late for you either.
And I know she's 3 hours ahead of us, but it's not late for her.
That's what I'm saying. Look, that's how you know you acting up.
Lenore been going to bed early.
Ooh, this is what's going
See
on.
that? Yeah, I'm telling you, this is Avi Coffee. My daughter makes it Avi Coffee, and it had boba popping boba in there. Got some ice. You know, we doing it up. You know, because the next time you might see me with a little drink in there.
Now,
Okay, so I'm lying, but minor
yeah,
details.
what's the drink that's gonna be in there? What's the drink of choice?
This is
Kahlua?
Oh yeah, Kahlua and Bailey's in here would be bomb. Wouldn't that be bomb, Tanya? Tanya don't mix her drinks, so she just needs just her drinks. Me, I'm a mixed drink. I be going on her thing, and I be like, "Oh, can you mix that?" She like, I know she want to be like, "Heifer, I don't mix my drinks. I roll with the big dogs, and I be up there I roll with the little baby kids over here."
She said she loving the shorts.
Oh, thank you.
And she said, "Okay, I see you sipping."
Yeah.
And the retirement party is 7:11 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, who's retiring? I'm not. Did I miss that? Are you retiring? Because I already know Timmy retired. Timmy is chilling.
Okay.
Did you retire? And I see, I would have been
Tanya
there.
said, "I don't like those bubble things," and she said,
See, I like
"Yup,
the
Bailey's."
popping. I like the popping bubbles. Even though I got the ones that don't pop, because it's just like a pop of whatever the sweetness in it. This one's a little, you know,
Y'all.
it's a little
This coffee-
sweet.
This
It's popping
coffee done
bubbles.
got it.
but
It's the sugar
it's
and the
sweet.
coffee.
But I like, you know, I'm not a boba person, but these are all right. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I learned too, Tanya, just in case you didn't know. Since I got these bad boys in, there's a lot of stuff I can do. I'm learning new life and new foods all over again. The only thing is, I lose a lot of flavor because of the top thing, and the doctor will not shave that thing down. But I'm going next week,
And you're gonna have to
and he's gonna
protest.
shave something down.
You gonna have
But we just
protest.
gonna keep going back until it's a horseshoe. So I guess I'll be seeing him for a whole nother year, because we gotta get this, you know, popping. You know,
We gotta welcome somebody in. All right, she be living her life,
that's his way of shutting me
not
up.
just any kind of life.
Just so you
We got
Brittany's
Brittany's
live.
live.
Hey,
Brittany in the
how you
building. Brittany
doing?
saying, "Hey, fam, what's going on,
How
Brittany?"
you doing, Brittany?
All right, y'all.
That's Eli's way of shutting me up, because he don't want to hear about my teeth no
what
more.
was I shutting you up at exactly?
I was talking about my teeth.
Yeah, and I just was announcing to you we had somebody to welcome in. You can proceed to talk if you so wish. I'm not stopping you over here. Because according to you, I done did a whole lot. Firing and all this different stuff when it's fake news in the first place. But just to beat those allegations, Queen Lenore, I want you to be free. This is a comfortable environment.
Let me just tell y'all right now.
Even though some people get
I did
hostile,
get
this
fired.
is a
Let me just tell you,
comfortable,
I did get fired.
safe, friendly
and even
environment.
though I got fired,
Judgment-free zone.
am
You know we got some judges in the building.
forced to be on here without pay.
Forced?
Because
yeah,
he said-
you aren't forced to be on here.
Yeah, I'm forced to be
But
on
we
here
did hold your
without
pay.
pay because Elia is running stuff.
Yeah, we did hold your pay because, you know, there was something that you called like a sickness, the act up virus or something like that. So we were trying to make sure that was clear before, you know. So you had
If
to
that was
kind of
the
do
case,
your remote work and everything like
I
that.
would have stopped getting paid a long time ago. You always say I got the act
Well,
up.
but you have the act up, but the act up virus is serious. That's when you can start spreading the act up to other people.
I'm not even
and
listening.
then it get viral, and you don't want that.
I'm not listening. I'm just saying.
So,
let's
yeah,
just
yeah,
get
yeah.
on relationship because Eli's over here.
Now we
Eliring
now
it up.
we look.
He liring it up.
Now we
He
want to.
revving that engine and just the
Now,
lies and
look.
lies that's come pouring out.
So it was just that
But
was one thing that we were really
still not
worried about
hired
that
on.
spreading
I'm just letting
to
everybody know. I'm
the
not
other
hired.
people in this area.
No,
you know?
I have to.
That's a
It's like I'm a
serious thing.
volunteer on the thing. He gets paid,
And
but I
you
don't
know
get
something
paid.
about
It's like
the
a
act of
volunteer,
virus,
so
it can be transmuted even
So,
through like electronics.
That's how that goes.
You watch this on your phone, your
So
TV.
now you know
you start listening
what I
to
go
her.
through.
You can't contract the virus. So we were really trying to be really cautious about that. But you know,
Just
we
saying.
might have to get her to mask up pretty soon. But with all that being said,
I can't even do this.
we are gonna go ahead get into it
Yes, Tanya, why are you even listening to him?
today. Brittany said, "Doing good. How y'all? We doing good over here.
Yeah, we all right.
You know, we
much as I can.
managing. You know, these people on this other side of the screen. One's with the braids, one's with the orange and a little bit of pink, so the gray. You know, those ones and stuff like that.
Okay, so
And people
Eli
like that and
is
beings
going
like
through
that.
some stuff. I don't even know what to tell y'all. He's going
And
through some
persons
stuff, and
like
this
that.
is just what we got to deal with. We just moving
peoples
forward.
like that.
We're trying to move forward.
We got somebody who's precious to us. We're gonna take the time to welcome in
Precious Pieces. Hey,
Precious Pieces
how
in
are
here
you?
saying, "Hey y'all."
Hey,
What's going
How
on?
are you?
So, yeah, we just had to make that announcement. Yes, that is what happened. That's the real truth. And you guys heard it here, okay? Live. You know, I don't want to make a big deal about it. I don't want all the headlines to get, you know, caught up in all this, but that is the real situation. And the active virus is real, y'all. Make sure you guys get your vaccine. Now, you know, you don't want to just take any kind of vaccine, but this one is serious. All right, we're gonna go ahead and
and that's what he needs, is straight a whooping.
Look, Eventually said Lenora been out here acting up. She be all up in the shorts, thirst trapping, smiling, batting her eyelashes. I'm telling you, look. What did I tell you, Tanya? You
Y'all don't
seen it.
even
You seen it.
know
And that's why I
that.
said, listen, Tanya. That's why I said you can catch that through the screen.
What?
So be careful because it can be an influence. You don't know how it's viral. It's
I don't
viral.
have
So
time-
be
no.
careful. I'm telling y'all.
Tanya.
It's a serious business. It really is. And
Tanya.
we were worried about that as bringing Queen Lenore back. And she didn't start smiling extra hard. Like, whoa, what's going on? It's shining.
I'm smiling because I
like,
got teeth.
I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Why
You
am I
had
smiling
teeth
like
in a while.
that?
You be
Whoa, what's
smiling.
going
You be
on?
like, what?
is this? What kind of
Oh,
love is
so-and-so
happening on the
died.
Love and Live show?
Oh, you so lost your job.
She trying to take people to the love line. Oh,
I got sickness.
Whoa, slow your
You
roll.
just start smiling because you got teeth. You're so happy to have teeth. You don't know what to do with yourself.
But anyway,
But I did get offered to be a sugar baby.
see, so that just goes to tell y'all.
When you're on TikTok,
Be
you get
careful.
offers.
Act up virus.
You
is
might not make
real.
no money on TikTok, but you get offers for real. I've been offered to get a couple of sugar daddies, some sugar mamas. I was like, hi. I was showing Chris, and Chris was like, what? I'm like, yeah. And that's what they literally said. I can be your sugar daddy. You can be my sugar baby. I said, oh.
You said, "Oh, that's you should."
I laughed. 'cause
You didn't send the bank account or ask for the card or nothing like that. We're gonna have to.
Let me have did that. We be going to Lenore's funeral today. Okay.
Listen, I don't know why I'm encouraging. I think I might be catching the act up virus. I'm not gonna lie. I've been close to Queen Lenore for too long. I think
be
that's
like,
starting to, you know, I'm showing symptoms. But
No,
anyway,
I told the guy, I said, my daughter be your sugar baby.
anyway,
You said?
not she.
Hey, you right.
She wasn't listening the whole time. Then I was. People
Right.
don't start. People don't start. But
What? No,
Anyway.
what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
let's shut it down.
That's my baby.
Shut it
You
down.
ain't paid your dowry.
We have to shut it.
You ain't paid
Shut
his
it all
dowry,
down.
y'all.
But anyway, we had this one. All right,
Okay.
this situation. We talking about embarrassing situations. The
Embarrassing?
Title, yes.
Okay.
The title says that's too embarrassing. How would you handle it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Neither do I.
Well, then why you asking me?
That's the title.
What can you tell us? Oh, you know what?
That's too
I'm not-
embarrassing.
What are
Like
you
you
doing
wasn't
like that?
understanding what I was. That's embarrassing. How would you handle it? I don't know. Let's find out. this is how Elijah is going to handle it. We're going to proceed and move forward here on the Love and Live show, y'all. So we got the boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And you know, you having your get together, your outings with the friends, with the homies. Might, you know, have a little get together with friends, family. Everybody just having over there having a little good time, right? So this is one of those meetings. They're coming together. They do this often. Sometimes they come over. They play games. Sometimes the game. Sometimes it's a board game. Whatever. They just come and have like a friends time. All the couples, even the singles. Everybody's there. All right. And they got a nice tight friend group. So they incorporate some of his friends, some of her friends. They just both there and have a good time. Well, it was another one of those days. And, you know, tensions were arising. Things were kind of not so stable within their relationship, all right? And so, you know, they kind of got one of those awkward arguments, right? You know, like where it's like, oh, in front of everybody, and it's like that weird tension in the air. But everybody continues, proceeds. Okay, and then something happened again. You know, he was talking to one of his friends, and she was like, well, what did you say? And proceeded to break up with him in front of all other people there. We're done. You're through. All that different stuff. Walks off at the party.
I missed it.
You missed it?
Yeah, I think I zoned out.
So they was arguing, right? Mm-hmm. They had one of them moments, right?
Yeah.
They've already been having some issues, but now they with the friend group, and they showing the issues there, right?
Why?
And so as they showing the issues with the friend group, tensions got too high.
Yeah.
She broke up with him at the get together in
That's
front of
the embarrassing
everybody.
part.
That's the embarrassing part.
Oh.
She's like, oh nah, we like just airing him out, broke up with him and left. And everybody just like awkward, you know.
Yeah, that would be an awkward
And
moment.
looking at him like
You just got dumped.
and that's too embarrassing. How would you handle that? How would you handle that in that situation? Like you have an issue with your significant other or was significant other, and they decide in an environment with a bunch of people that y'all both know to do you like that. How you proceeding forward?
Well, one, I'm not arguing in front of my friends. That's just one. I'm just not doing it. So that be just one of those things that.
This is not something. But even if
But
you're not
if it
arguing,
happen, but
and
if
then
you
what
break up with me in front of people, I just want people to get this clear.
okay.
You break up in front. When you break up with me is a problem anyway. But you break up with me in front of a whole bunch of people.
You break up with me. It's a problem anyway.
You break up,
Do you
it's
want
a
to talk? Do
problem.
you care to talk about that first part a little bit more?
You
First,
want-
you break up with me. It's a problem. Anyway.
It's a problem because if you break up with me, just understand that there's no getting back together. Like there's no chance of it. So it's something you should think about very clearly. Don't go off of the emotions because those emotions will have you jacked up. And then I don't care what you say. So you never loved me. You shouldn't have broke up with me. These are opportunities. The same thing I tell people on my Facebook or whatever. I'm like, you delete me or you block me on Facebook or whatever you do, I'm not accepting you again after that. That's just it.
What
We
if they
can
get
talk
hacked?
or whatever.
What if they got hacked?
You got to prove to me that you got hacked.
Oh, so you
But
got
my thing is-
go in your message and say scam. You try to scam.
No,
me,
it's
then
just my
you'll
thing is
unblock
like
them?
if you get like if we didn't have no beef amongst each
Yeah.
other and you be like, girl, I done got kicked off, you know, because sometimes that happen with YouTubers. You
Yeah.
know, I be subscribed and next thing I know I'm not subscribed to a channel.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna got no beef with you, so you can tell that is not
It's not
a real,
that deep. It's not
you
that
know
deep.
that's a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
But if we got in an argument and all of a sudden
You
I'm
gonna be
not
like,
on,
whoa, what's really going? What's the
Yeah.
deal?
and then want to try to blame it on YouTube now we got
Okay, talk about it. Talk
yeah,
about it.
you know what I mean? Because that's just too
That's
close.
that's number one.
So, but my
You're
thing
not
is,
breaking up with you in the first place.
don't break up with me and thinking we gonna ever get back together. And you better hope if you broke up with me that it was we both agreed on it.
Okay.
Because if we didn't, don't be trying to be friendship in me either. Like, oh, we can be best friends. Like, we got to have a mutual understanding. I don't like them caught up. Like, I'm thinking our relationship is good, and they said, no, we breaking up, and I had no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was clueless.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person that's clueless, like that clueless.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's something wrong in a
Absent-minded to where you
relationship
won't
that
even
I'm going to
understand.
ask you about it, and if you don't tell me, that meant you left me clueless.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have a problem. So that's just number one. We're just not breaking up with Lenore. That's just not what happened.
So we at this point, we had this understanding we're not breaking up. So we got that. That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
So
Now,
second of all,
now,
with the whole choir there.
now you're doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You have now lost any details of us having any form of a relationship. That means, look at, we have these mutual friends right here.
Yeah.
So we ever get together again with this mutual friends,
Yeah.
then what you think is gonna happen? Lenore ain't talking to you. You can be like, "Hi, Lenore. How you doing?" And somebody else can say, "Hey, Lenore, hey, girl, how you doing? Hey, okay." You will never exist to me. You will be invisible to me. I can't hear you. I can't see you.
Due to this situation.
If you, because to me that's rude, that's disrespectful, and your relationship should be always private. I am very much an advocate of that. Like, y'all having a big old argument in front of all of us, and it's a group of us, you know, that's just, it ain't going. And then you want to do the most thing and being, you know, break up. And you know, you did that when you was angry and you wanted to hurt that person. And so now you did that. And then now you're going to be one to regret it. Let's work it out. No, we ain't working nothing out. That's my opinion. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just not, my mama always told me don't go back to the exes. So I don't do that. I don't want to go back to the ex. I only went back to ex once. And I'm going to just tell you. No, twice. That's a lie. Twice. And I'm going to tell you both times, I didn't like the outcome of it. You see, I ain't with neither one.
I think when you look at this situation, the main thing that everybody got to acknowledge is the fact that they did that with a whole bunch of people there. Like, there's no escaping that point.
Why is it so dark?
Because I turned the thing down. So, I mean, to me, it's just there's no respect, there's no regard for anything like that. And anything that y'all had is not sacred no more. You know, you pretty much remove that and showing that to pretty much everybody. Because usually if you're breaking up, especially the way this is, we didn't get all the details, but most likely there was some airing out in this situation because this person frustrated. So they're most likely going to air out. And even if they don't air out, it's just the fact that this has been aired out to an extent because whatever issue, you just expose this to everybody. We could have broke up on our own time and figured out what we're going to do, be friends, or just leave this alone.
Well, they both have fought for arguing in front of the people anyway. So you
Definitely,
can get what you
definitely.
get, like regardless.
That's the main issue right
Yeah.
there. I think when you start doing that, then it goes downhill. And then that opens up, you know, everything is kind of like a feedback thing. You know, people that are receptive, they're going to take that, and it's like an energy transfer. Okay, we're in this environment, and you decide to cross that boundary's unlocked. Now you just keep going to the next, and it gets worse and worse. That's why boundaries are important, because if you don't, then it progressively stages up, and then at some point you're going to become uncomfortable or find a discomfort in it. So if you don't want to go to that territory or zone, that needs to be established. Don't feed into it. Don't acknowledge that. If they coming at you any kind of way, just don't. Just phase that out, because chances are in that situation, everybody is at that point like they don't have no relationship in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's kind of invalidated. Ventura said, and you know, I'm sure they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You
That
know, it's not even
anger?
a surprise. No,
Ooh.
it's not even a surprise. But I just think that
And all the friends can do is go, I'm sorry.
that's all they can do, and that's why, like, for the dude in that situation, that is tough, because she done left. She gone. She done stormed up out of there. He's there, you know. It's like, are you gonna leave too? Like, don't kill the vibe. We was having a good time. Y'all gonna have to go. Or you just gonna be that awkward. Oh, everybody's like, oh, it's all right, like that. awkward comfort the whole time. Nah, you better go get a, or just go in a car. This something you're gonna have to get.
You know what you
off
do?
location.
You don't have to do like Queen do over here. Queen gonna get up and start making jokes, laughing, act like it never happened. And I guess you know why I could do that?
Why can't you do that?
Because when I was younger and I acted up, my mom gave me a whooping in school and I had to go back to class.
And they killed it. That embarrassment is done.
That embarrassment is the top embarrassment that you can get, okay? I got my butt whipped in school, then I had to go back to class. So you just learn how to overlook that and keep going. Because if you look depressed, if you get up and leave, you do any of that, that's going to be the talk of the town for a long time.
Yeah.
But you be like, apparently she was ready for that breakup because she was partying and having a good time and doing her thing. We forgot she got broke up with.
Yeah.
You know, because anytime you leave it like a dry space, that gives people opportunity to talk. Like, oh, she heartbroken, she going through it. And after they start saying you're going through it and all that, people then turn on you and be like, well, you know, I remember when she did that. That's why he broke up with her. I remember with it. So I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to let you know that it hurt me. I don't care how embarrassed I am. I'm not going to let you know that it hurt me. And I'm going to go about my business. And when I get home, I'll do all the crying and screaming and shouting that I need to. But
So you showing face. You're not going to break down like that.
I'm not. Because my thing is, I found out, I don't care how close people are to you, family, friends, whatever, people turn on you in your time of need. So I'm not going to be sitting up here thinking this is the time for me to cry and lean on your shoulders, because all that's going to end up is when I leave, y'all going to have a talk about Lenore.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving you that. When you talk about me, you can be like, maybe she really didn't like him. Maybe she was ready for the breakup too. That's all you going to say, because I'm going to have a good time. I ain't going to be flirting with nobody else. I'm just having a good time, enjoying myself like it never happened. It just like went over your head. Oh, bye, Lenore, bye. I'm sorry what happened. I'm sorry for what happened today. What happened today? What happened? You didn't have fun? What's going on? Oh, no, because Johnny broke up with you. Girl, please. That's what you get from me. Girl, please. That's me.
And off to the next and move on. Is what you said.
No, I'm not even trying to act like I'm going to move on, but I'm like, that's not settling me down.
Staying in your mind rent free. Or you're not going to show that even if it is on your mind.
Yeah.
That's not what you're going to do. And I understand what you're saying to an extent, especially with vulnerability. If you have a whole gathering, especially like that, you never know, unfortunately, who's got the bad or good intention. Because even in a good, healthy circle, there is some people that, listen, like you said, when you down, they might dogpile. Or, you know, that might be a moment where they can leverage that or have something to say. So it's kind of hard to. You have those few people you can really be vulnerable or whatever with. But in a big environment like that, no, you got couples, you got all these different parties. That's not going to be the moment.
But let me tell you something. For people who are in relationships, like this is real right here.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a relationship and you can hang out with other people that's in a relationship, you can hang out with single people, however you do it. Everybody behind your back is already talking about your relationship, whether good or bad. Oh, they got a great relationship, so and so and so. And they're going to end up, they can see all the wonderful things. They're going to be like, I wonder why so and so is with so and so. You know, it don't seem like that's their type. I wonder why such and such. They already have these conversations. When they go home with their partner, they're talking about, oh, they're just a wonderful couple, but you know, she be tripping or he be tripping. It's a normal thing for people to do that. It is not to say that they don't want the relationship to be healthy. That's not to say that they're not cheering for your relationship. It's just that they be like, I wouldn't be able to deal with what so-and-so deals with. And that person is better than me because I wouldn't be able to deal. And they're having that conversation. One, that is keeping both parties together in a relationship, making them feel good about each other. And that they have something to talk about. Not because they're talking down about somebody. Yeah. It's just that we communicating and we have something to agree on because we both are seeing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times as couples, you see one thing another person sees, so you only can take that one person's side. This time you have each other to actually communicate with each other about it. So they're automatically already talking about the relationship. And if you don't believe me, then check your own self. when you in that relationship with your partner, what y'all be talking about after you guys come out for dinner? You talking about what's going on, what happened that night, and things that we might have said. Did you see how he was looking at her? Yeah, you could tell he still loved her. Yeah, he loved her some her. Yeah, you can see such and such and such. And most likely it's gonna be the woman to say something like, I didn't know what was going on, but the back of her hair was kind of a little hard. I didn't know if he was playing with the back or did she comb it. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, I saw that he did it. It's just in nature, human nature, where especially women are very, very observant. And then if you got a man who's been around that woman a lot, he starts being observant because she's so observant, and he don't want to miss out when they go home and have that chat. It's a conversation, and it's not here nor there to hurt anybody's feelings. But now add that big old drama that happened to it. Mm-hmm. You know everybody went home. That's
gonna be the talk of the town.
You know
that's gonna be on the people got group chats now made of y'all. I know y'all seen what happened.
And what you think? What you think happened? And you know you talking about it like
no, because last week I was talking to her and she was look. I didn't even piece it together, but she was saying this and this and this. So look, even if I could put it together. That's why she did.
That's why she did that.
And matter of fact, I think the first time she said was like almost 3 months ago. Yeah. So they've been had this issue.
Yeah. Like, you know what? That's why she didn't even trip. When he left, she was like, peace. Because she already gave up on him.
No, but get this though, because he was telling me.
What'd he tell you?
Look. He was telling me.
No, he didn't.
And this was like what? Not even that. Like that day, he said that.
Oh, so she didn't tell me that. Cause you know what she told me was such and such.
No, but I don't think she knew though. But that's because he was only saying it to like certain people. Like because when we was on that side, of the room, that's when he said it.
Ooh.
But when we went back out, it was that he was acting brand new.
About see, I knew it. See, I felt it. I just didn't know which way to go with it. But when they was talking about it tonight, when they said the such and such. I knew then. I said, it went all in together with the puzzle.
I don't want to act crazy or nothing, but I seen this from the beginning.
Ooh, damn.
Because the first time I seen them, she was doing that.
Yeah.
He was doing that. So, think about it. There's only one way that could really end at the end.
Oh, you're right.
Because I know if I was in that position, I wouldn't be doing that.
You're right.
But at the same time, if I was in her position, then I would probably be doing that.
But why didn't you tell me?
See?
See, you trying to keep secrets from me. I thought we was like this, and then you gonna keep that from me. I would have been pinned together if you would have told me. You go. And that is what the conversation is when you go home at night. It's exactly what happened when you go home at night. That conversation is right there. And you be all up in it. And it's not to tear anybody down. I promise you it's not to tear anybody down. But that is the conversation.
Y'all got a live demonstration. All right, we gotta welcome somebody in. We've got Controversial Cruising. Welcome in.
How you doing?
Say hey. All right, Tanya from Events Yours sent me over.
That's right, Tanya.
Okay, Controversial Cruising.
We getting ready to go out and celebrate our brother's retiring party.
Yep.
Like I'm going
That's
anywhere.
You going too?
Yeah, in spirit.
Oh, in spirit.
I am with Tanya and Timmy right now
about.
in spirit. Right now, I am.
But that's that first one. So that's that embarrassing situation right there.
Yeah.
He got broken up in front of his whole friend clique, whatever, and yeah.
That's why you don't want to have arguments in front of friends. You don't want to do all that stuff. So when you feel like there's an argument brewing, maybe you shouldn't even go out. And then if something happens that night, maybe you guys should leave. So that it ends a conversation where people just think you love. Oh, they just want to be all because they can't get enough of each other. They've been together for 50 years. Why they gotta? They can't be with us for a while. I'd rather have that conversation than the conversation we just had. Like they don't have much to talk about except saying. Oh, they always lovey-dovey. They left out early, lovey-dovey, such and such and such. And that's how you do it. Because relationships are already hard by itself. But everybody putting their little ad-libs in, and we do. And we all do.
Always.
You don't want that in your relationship.
So, I think that's an important thing to talk about. But that is the first one. And let's say, since we're talking about that's too embarrassing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how embarrassing is that to you?
Probably about a 3-4.
Lady, what about you? How embarrassing would that be for you?
What?
Somebody just
If you
breaks
guys
up
break
with
up
you
in
in front of your
In
friend
front of all
group
your
too.
friends.
I just beat him up.
No, how embarrassing though? 1 to 10.
I don't know.
Neither
He
do I.
be
I'm not gonna
embarrassed,
lie.
not me.
Cause you gonna beat him up.
Shoot.
See, he gonna be more embarrassed because she gonna beat him up for breaking up with her. See,
But I
Mother
feel
and
you with
daughter.
that. You gonna be mad whether he breaks up with you. Like if he breaks up with you, you gonna be mad either
yeah,
way.
yeah,
But you break up with me in front of people, it's crazy.
yeah.
Well, that takes it to a different level. And,
I
and
would
it's
be
just so much disrespect.
First of all,
Why?
you breaking
Why?
up.
No, listen. Why
You're the
I
only
gotta be
person
in that
the
situation?
relationship.
We married. We ain't, I'm not breaking up.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
I can say, "Oh, I'm
okay,
breaking up."
Malik would be mad.
What's that supposed to mean? You had to take it. You gonna have to say somebody. But anyway, I hear what you're saying. Can we get the 1 out of 10 rating?
Oh, you don't want to hear no more?
Can we-
Oh, 1 out of 10?
Yeah, 1 out of 10.
Where I can't beat him though?
How
You said
embarrassing.
about how embarrassed would it be to you that he done?
Like,
shit
is that
for
just
her?
what happened? Like, no matter what emotion you actually show,
In front of my friends or your friends?
it's
Both
both.
of y'all.
Ah!
Yeah, it's like
10?
a.
She'd be a 10.
10?
Then
Yeah,
I'd shoot him. What's that lady? She cut his thing off?
yeah.
Oh,
I ran
Lord.
about
That's
it.
how it would be.
There you go.
But I wouldn't help you find it, Bookie. It'd be in the blender.
That's what I'm saying. Why you helping find it? 'Cause once
Okay,
I
now
cut it off,
y'all losing
It gotta go.
It got
Because
to
he
go.
reattached it and
Y'all
everything.
losing
That's what I'm saying. We ain't doing all that.
Mm.
What?
Y'all losing the
should-
plot on
That's
this. Y'all
not the
can't be
plot.
talking
She
about
said
this
what she
criminal
doing.
stuff. This is incriminating. People can.
It
pull
wouldn't be
this up.
incriminating if you don't break up with me. You gotta stay
We
forever.
married. There ain't no breaking up.
Oh.
What's your number?
My number is a strong 7.
Why
Strong
7?
7. You got to skip 7. They always say skip to 7, so you got to pick another number besides
Yeah,
7.
that's 6.
What? You wouldn't be embarrassed?
No, I have a cool
Do you
temper.
even love me?
No,
It's not about your temper. It's embarrassed. You
it's
can hide your
the
embarrassment.
internal feelings on it, right? I think it all depends on how it goes down. Okay.
Oh yeah, how does it go down? Maybe
It-
she just like
Wait, no, because they
No,
was
they're arguing.
arguing. They argued in
that's-
public first.
and you only feel 6?
And then so you guys are arguing.
I said 7, but
said-
I can't go 7.
7?
So to me
You
it's
gotta
in
take
between
7
the
out.
6 and 8, but I'm feeling more of a 6 than an 8.
You wouldn't be embarrassed?
I would definitely be embarrassed.
But why like 6? You should be like 10 or 9. Like 6 is too specific.
To me, it's like I don't know. It's embarrassment. Like there's only so much stuff you can really be a 10 embarrassing. I don't know. To me,
Let me try it.
Let's see how that
Well,
works.
see-
like I said,
Well, the
my
problem
initial was
is,
7.
y'all, it wouldn't work for y'all.
Why? Was it girlfriend and boyfriend?
No,
Yeah, it was
no,
their
yeah,
boyfriend,
yeah, their girlfriend,
Wait,
boyfriend.
when you're married, you can't break up?
People
like,
do
you
it all
have
the
to say,
time.
I'm getting a divorce, or do you like, oh, I'm breaking up with you?
People do that all the time.
You say I'm breaking up.
But
with you.
I'm
That's-
saying
I'm not
this
even gonna
would
pay
never
you no
happen
attention.
between you two because the simple fact y'all ain't got no friends.
We don't have no big
Yeah, but
big
we
pool.
did.
to
Y'all don't
be
have no
said.
friends. Don't try to act like
We
y'all
don't have
got
no big
friends.
pool to be
You know
said.
we ain't got no big pool.
We
Y'all
only
ain't got
got,
no
like,
friends.
we
Y'all break
combined
up. It's
3
in front of
friends
the family,
altogether.
and we all there.
But that would be embarrassing, no?
Oh,
To be in the family.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I
yeah.
broke up with you, we arguing. Well, first of all, that's wrong to argue in front of
that's
people,
it. It's like
If
I
I
don't
argue
know.
with
Maybe
you-
my embarrassment level is just because I can't fully
because
visualize.
you can't
this.
beat me in front of people. What is?
Wait, beat you behind.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Wait,
here?
because I just think about
What is
like
this beating
how,
conversation?
I don't think embarrassed would be the word. Like anger would be the word. Like
No,
if
but he's
embarrassment
embarrassed
wouldn't
because
be
of-
embarrassed. Like if somebody breaks up with me, I don't think embarrassment would be the thing.
You wouldn't feel
You're embarrassed
embarrassment.
and angry. I think you're being
It's because it
embarrassed.
happens in front
Because
of everybody.
Now you know
Now
everybody
everybody's
looking at you like, this
like,
is what they look like.
that's embarrassing.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then I'm
no,
like,
no,
oh, I'm
it's
so
whatever.
sorry.
Oh, that is
And it's
embarrassing.
guilt trip and all this, and then you feeling like, really? Like I didn't got put in this situation? And you
Yes, so that's why I said I would
contemplating
beat
everything?
you.
What would y'all numbers be? Between 1 and 10, would y'all be embarrassed
If
if
somebody broke
What
up
was
with
your
you
number?
in front of all
3 or
your
4?
That's it.
y'all friend group, both
Yeah.
y'all friend
Maybe
groups.
I'm really sensitive because I said 10.
Well, you know, you gotta understand. I got a whooping in school and had to go back to class so that everybody knew I got a whooping.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody breaking up with me is gonna be higher than that embarrassment.
I got whoopings in front of my man.
Cause y'all grew up together before
It's
y'all was
not
married.
the same though.
No, it's not.
You was beating me in front of Eli, and I'd be like, everything's fine. And I go to the bathroom, I'm like, oh.
You just had to get beat.
Oh, Lord, mercy. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna say I have a hard time, but I'm gonna say 6, and I think because
6 is too low.
it's
I
not
want
too
you
much.
to
I
say
can
10.
fit.
Just say 10 for me.
I can't necessarily feel 10. I think a lot of the stuff
She
that
said
I was
just say it
ever
for her.
embarrassed
Yeah,
for.
just say it for me so
Just
I
say
can feel
10 for
good.
her.
Because now I feel like I'm just emotional. Mom said 3. You said
Nah,
6.
I said 3 or 4.
I said 10.
You ain't never got a whooping in school.
I got a whooping in front of my man.
He wasn't your man.
Yes, girl, you don't know.
What you
These
mean?
lips. We belong together.
Go
Amen.
get your
All right,
switch.
so
Go
we're
get
gonna go ahead.
We'll be right back after these messages. Obviously getting a whooping.
We're gonna go
After
ahead.
she's married and everything. Because literally, you don't understand. I got a whooping at school.
So you just
Everybody heard the thing squish, squish, squish on my behind. Then I had to go back to class after the whooping.
So you're saying you just can't be embarrassed that much from stuff because of
It
that?
has to be something really major over a whooping. A breakup is just a breakup. And you gotta understand, when I was dating, none of it was that serious. What the heck is she doing?
I don't know if she
I don't know.
asked you a question
And
and
it
did
started doing, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I didn't have like any real relationships where breakup. And then when we did break up, it was usually pretty much mutual.
Okay.
Except my first husband, that wasn't mutual. That's why we never talk now because I don't deal with
It
it.
wasn't like a mutual.
If you hurt my feelings through a breakup, we can't ever be friends or talking.
I could never be friends with an ex.
Oh, I can.
Like me, if me and Eli broke up,
And that's hard because y'all family before y'all got together.
Well, I just think if we broke up, I would just be too petty. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lord.
Like I would. I'm still Christian.
So let's
That's
proceed.
my
So
show.
this next one, right?
Okay.
This
let
is
me make sure.
a issue.
I won't be able to see comments because I took off the glasses, y'all.
No, and it's okay.
It's okay.
So y'all, this next situation here.
Oh, you can see me.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
being
the
all
camera was
nosy.
on the computer.
And then your head is out peeking through, trying to be nosy. So, yeah, this next one here we're going to be talking about is when we get the drinks involved. All right?
Party.
So, things can get embarrassing depending on
Don't judge.
how things can go. So, anyway.
This coffee shop is a little ghetto. No.
Girl. Oh,
Now she talking about your coffee shop.
Okay, let's go.
Dang. I thought it was high quality. Now it's ghetto.
It is high quality. It just pours out. It just helps the little people under me.
Who the little people? What do you got going on exactly?
Little people under me. Woo!
Babe, she dropped her cup. How do you... Okay, explain to me. She pushed the thing and then it fell. Oh my God! Girl, pick up your cup. Then there's water. Don't step right there. There's water. I don't understand.
And then it asked me. Anyway, we're gonna proceed.
I'm
We're gonna
embarrassed.
proceed.
Not they
We're
said you
gonna
be thirst
proceed.
trapping, smiling, and batting your eyelashes.
She know what she
That's
doing.
just she. And guys, the Lord said to be kind to others. I'm like, okay, girl.
So this next one, like I said, getting the drinks involved. They went to a bar. Boyfriend and girlfriend went to the bar. All right, and they haven't really drunk like that together.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Boyfriend and girlfriend haven't
they ain't
done it
really
together,
they ain't really been out and seen the full colors and how
they don't know how each
the
other
many
are.
colors of the
okay.
rainbow.
So they must have just started dating.
And so they
Wait,
going
while drinking or in general, they don't know each other like that?
no drinking.
Okay.
So they went out. They're like, let's go. Let's see how this is. So anyway, they went drinking. He had a little bit too much to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She's more on the reserve. She already knew in her mind she might have to play the designated driver.
Okay.
He went crazy. Not like crazy, but like he went past his limit.
Okay.
And as he went past his limit, he's drunk. He's obviously intoxicated. And he's all just feeling on his woman. like, you know, just doing a lot
Most men
But-
when they drink, okay.
in front of everybody.
Most men
And
when
she
they
kept
drink.
being like, she's like extremely embarrassed about this. Like, stop, oh my God, like, stop, this is being too much. And so, again, fast forward, he sobers up, you know, obviously. And she was like, we need to talk. She was like, you really, like, felt extremely embarrassed at the bar. The way that you were acting was crazy. You was feeling on me, all this, doing all this crazy stuff at the bar. And I just don't know what I can't take this, pretty much. And he was like, well, honestly, I don't even remember none of that stuff because I was drunk. I'm sorry, my bad. But at the same time, I don't really know because that's not something I was conscious of. And she's upset and she's not feeling that answer because he embarrassed her in the bar. So how you feel about this one, Queen Lenore? You already got this face on. That's why I had to ask you straight off rip. Because you already got this line.
I think, you know, like I said, I think people get in relationships and they get too serious for me.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I don't have the correct answer for something like this because, like, my man gets really drunk and I already know. But even when I didn't know, he's all touchy-feely. He's all touchy-feely on me. I would be mad if he got drunk and he was touchy-feely on another woman. I would be mad and embarrassed, but he's all touchy-feely on you.
Yeah.
That means he is like wanting you, which you could be like, well, I gotta go home because you see my baby's happy. Now he might not get in when you're home because he's touchy-feely and I'm not. But to be mad and be like, we gotta talk, I'll just be telling them, you know, next time we drink, you can't drink that much because you touchy-feely and I don't want to be felt on like that in front of people. I'm more reserved and want to be in the private, but I don't want to be like, you know.
But that's not how you would bring the conversation, is what you're saying.
Like, I'm not angry about it because he didn't do anything but touch on me, which I am his woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm drunk and I want to be all touchy-feely on my man, I don't want to be mad because I'm touchy-feely on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my man. That's who I get to touchy-feely. So you telling me when I'm drunk I can't touch you? Like, I can't rub all over you? Like, I don't understand that. And you can say, you know, I'm just not, you know, what's that word where they do it in front of people?
PDA.
Yeah, I'm not PDA or whatever. So that's it. But I don't know, like, it's too many rules and restrictions, and then everybody want the other party to be free. You're not letting them be free if I got 10,000 rules to follow. Like, I got more rules to follow with you than I do the Bible. Like, me and Jesus over here, he giving me more freedom, and then I'm with you, and I'm on lockdown. And they wonder why you can't keep a man. Shoot, because I don't want to be able, you know, that's just how I look at things. To be angry about it, no. To be a little embarrassed, I probably would be embarrassed. Like, this man, you grab my boob one more time in front of these people, I'm going to knock you out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And it's not even a serious knockdown. Be like, no, you're not grabbing this right now.
I'm going to say, in this specific situation,
I think she's wrong.
Well, yeah, to me, it's even with, like you're saying, with this situation, when people get drunk, intoxicated, of course, it all depends on the lanes and how they go with alcohol. Everybody's got their own different body, all right? And if he had more drinks and he's not in full control and all that different stuff, it's hard. It's going to be hard. You might just say, I don't feel comfortable with you getting that drunk. You know, you can get a little tipsy, but next time you can't get that drunk because of how everything played out. That might have to be something you do at home. But it's all in the expression. It's all as in how it's said. When you lead it up like that, then it's going to be hard for him to understand because he's like, well, I wasn't trying to do that in the first place. You know, like, if I was thinking cautious and normally, that would have never happened. Yeah. And at the same time, as it did happen, I don't even have any recollection. I could see, maybe I could think back. By that time, it was gone. It's blank.
Yeah, I just want to have and mind you, I'm not a fan of a drunk man in public, you know, at home, that's fine. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of being a drunk woman in public. I'm just not a fan of it. Yeah. But, I mean, if it happened, you know, I'm not going to be mad when you get on drunk. I'm just be like, we ain't drinking that much. So when I see you get to a level 6, 7 on there, it's a cutoff. If you can't, I'll leave you there with your friend, and you do what you got to do. But I'm not dealing with it. Like, you have those sayings, because when Chris gets drunk to a level like he can't drink past level 8.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets to that one,
he can't drink past level 8. When he said there's levels to this.
Yeah, because he started thinking he King Kong. He started talking smack and stuff, and see, I'll be like, I'm the quick temper one. I'm the one that will fight back, like with the conversation. So, I don't want to embarrass you, because right now you're feeling yourself, but I will embarrass you. So level 8 is on safety for both of us. So I don't hurt your feelings, you don't hurt my feelings, and that's it. My feelings don't really get hurt. Like, I'll snap at you.
Well, we got 2
Quickly.
people to welcome in. Stepping into her world, we've got
Edna's
Edna's world. So
Hey,
nice to see you
Edna.
in here,
Yeah.
Edna. Edna says hi. How you doing,
Hey,
Edna?
how you doing?
Not only do we got Edna in the building, we also got to go ahead and take some time to welcome somebody in the place. We got Stay. Welcome in, Stay.
How you doing?
Thank you for joining us today. So nice to see you in here. She
yes.
says, hello.
Hello.
So nice to see you, Stay.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's that situation. Drunk in the bar, getting touchy and feely. She embarrassed. She pop off. He like, why?
Well, how do you feel about it, Avi?
What?
How would you feel about it?
If you got drunk at the bar,
And then got all touchy feely with you.
I like that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think just when people get drunk, you kind of prepare yourself for them to have like a smart mouth or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I prepared myself for Eli to have an attitude when he came back from his bachelor party, but he was nice and touchy feely. But
He's lovey-dovey touchy.
yeah, and I don't get why that bothers anybody. And he was doing it in front of like 80 million people, so I was like, oh, there's nothing to be mad about. Definitely not to have a conversation about.
Not being where I'm at.
Because if he wasn't, and he was like, get away from me, or doing it to other girls, then he would want to have a conversation. So what's the, I don't
I
understand.
don't
why
know.
I'm
That's what I say.
That's weird. Maybe I just like that.
Me too, girl.
Okay, Lord.
Oh, sorry.
Mother
Mother and daughter married.
I
Hey!
said I had to check the day of the week. Yeah.
I know,
We
because
switching
we
it up.
can't do it on Wednesdays no more, because not till the winter, well, not till January. Because we be doing pop-ups on Wednesday. Eli got us doing pop-ups on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then we do some Thursday. So we trying to squeeze in what we can fit in, okay?
We got to get it right. We want to get this, finding the balance and everything like that. And then, things might change, but for now, this is what we got to do. We want to make sure game time right now is up in the air, but Love Lounge and Monday Family Meeting, we got to get to y'all in some kind of way.
Exactly.
Stay said, mother and daughter, hey.
Hey,
Look.
you know.
So that was that one. And, I think that with that situation, again, it is kind of like understanding, being mindful, thinking about the whole situation. I think a lot of people, it's so easy to think in your own situation, like your perspective, but seeing out like, okay, well, he's telling you, and there's no reason not to believe the fact that he don't even remember doing that.
But even if he did remember, you're being free at this moment, and he wasn't being disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably kind of disrespectful. He touching you, spot to you when he be touched in front of people, but it wasn't in a negative format. So it's nothing to be angry. I'm not saying it's not something to talk to him about and be like, babe, I noticed that the such and such, I don't like to be grabbed on the touch. I don't like PDA like that in front of people. That's
not
just
your
what I
cup
don't.
of tea, yeah.
So when you get that drunk, I don't, that's my thing. So let's not reach that level. Because I had a boyfriend, I'm going to just tell you, when he drank liquor, he was fine, beer's fine, but he got that something turkey, I forgot what kind of turkey it is, whatever turkey liquor that is, he was a whole nother person, and I was like, oh, I don't deal with you on turkey. I don't know what turkey did. Turkey messed with his mind. I don't know what that drink was. Something turkey though. But I don't know. It messed with his mind. And if I told you the kind of crazy stuff he did, you'd be like, what? Like literally. So it wasn't like I'm just imagining it. I'm like, no, you can't do the turkey. You can have almost any drink you want, but you can't even do the turkey. I remember he had drank the turkey, and we went to the mall to go get me my Spanish fighting fish. We had a whole argument in the mall about the Spanish fighting fish that neither one of us knew about. Like, we both are giving our own opinions about stuff we don't know. And I'm giving an opinion that the worker's saying. He giving me opinion that he just made up because he drunk. And I was like, that sounded like never again.
Wild turkey whiskey.
That's what it's called, wild
That's what
turkey.
they
Yeah.
said.
And I'm
Wild
gonna tell
turkey
you,
whiskey.
that messed him up. He could do any other liquor and be just fine. He get that wild turkey, and he was wild. And I thought it was just crazy when he was at home, like, oh, wild turkey, okay. And I still didn't put it together then because he did some stuff. You know, he thought it was Spider-Man. I remember him on the wall like this, Spider-Man. He had no clothes on. He was butt naked. And it wasn't just me in the household, okay? He was butt naked on the wall like he was Spider-Man, just plattered like that. That's where he stood. And then he was like, this is my house. I can sit the way I want in my house. And I was like, what is this drink you drink? But when we went to the mall, that was it for me. Like, And I wasn't, like, afterwards, I told him, I'm like, oh, no, you'll never go anywhere with me if you touch wild turkey. Like, that's something that you stay home at your house. You can't even come to my house. You just stay at your address. I'll stay at my address when you drink wild turkey. Because I'm not a person that say you can't drink something. Like, you can drink whatever you want. You're grown. But you can't be around me on wild turkey because you're going to make me get mad. And I don't want to be mad about something stupid. I've always hated that, getting mad in a relationship over something stupid. I'm a pet peeve on that. Like, if we going to argue, it got to be something real that we argue about. Not, you can't drink wild turkey. I don't want to sound like your mama. That's why I don't want to sound like nobody's mama. Because I ain't your mama. You know what I mean? I'm your woman, and I don't want you looking at me like I'm your mama.
Stacey said, indoor smell more like outdoor. Stacey said, was he on something else?
No,
Spider-Man.
literally, girl, you don't even understand. And we said Spider-Man. He didn't even say Spider-Man. He just was like, we right here now. He would climb up on this part of the couch and just be plattered on the wall like this. And we were like Spider-Man. And it was like, it was two couples and one single person. Two couples, me, so-and-so. Nope. It was me and him. And 3 people. And it was, 4. It was 5 of us, wasn't it? I think it was 5. I got to ask his mom. I'm acting like she right here. It was like 5 of us. And he just was plattered. And he would sit on the couch butt naked. And it was only with that drink. I don't know. It messed his brain up, that wild turkey. And I always say that's when I knew each drink does something different to people. That one, Stacey, I wish you could understand.
Stacey said, look, I would have recorded that.
We didn't have phones like that then. You know, back then.
You had no ability to get that in video.
Back then, if we did have cell phones, we was on those minutes. And you know you didn't get your free minutes till after such and such time. But I don't even think I had a cell phone then. Because you got to think I was married to Chris for 26 years.
You are married to Dad.
I am married to Dad for 26 years, sorry. And that was that was after my first marriage. So I don't know when that. It was a long time ago. So I'm just saying it was a long, long time ago. But Stace. Oh, if I could record half the stuff he did or half the stuff him and his brother did. Oh yeah, because his brother got drunk. I forgot what because his girl was like, yeah, because when he drinks such and such, he acts like this. And I noticed, I was like, oh, he do be acting crazy when he drink that drink. Each drink messed somebody up. But that's why to this day, you will never get me to drink wild turkey. Because I'll be like, that turkey was wild.
Maybe might not have that effect on you.
It might not, but
you
we
might
ain't
not
going to
be a
find
wild
out.
turkey. You might not be a wild turkey.
We won't know. Because I'm not wild enough to find out. I think that has some chemical balance. Like my play sister, what's that one drink? Four Locos? It made her Four Loco every time. She was loco every time. She was crazy. Every time she drank Four Loco.
Who?
And
Your sister is that?
play sister.
Oh.
Four Loco. Every time she drank Four Loco, she went loco. And every time she always walk home. She go, I'm going to spend the night. And she drink Four Loco, she walk home every time.
Stacey said, I don't fool with Patron.
Oh, that's my husband. He like Patron. But he been laying off of Patron. He been on this other tequila drink. But yeah, do Patron make you act crazy, Stace? I want to try to make her act crazy. I don't even know what
Must.
liquor make me act crazy. Oh, your mama said I can't never drink Beautiful because I acted crazy that night.
Beautiful. I thought that was perfume.
You know, it's a drink.
It's good?
No.
Oh, but you drank it?
I didn't know. I was trying to say I wanted a pink panty dropper, but I had already been drinking. And then I was like, oh, I want a Beautiful. And they was like, okay, I'm going to get you a Beautiful. And they was like, what you want to
Chase it with?
chase it with? And I was confused because I was like, pink panty dress. I ain't never chased that with that. And because it's all pink, you know. And and they gave us that. And so I had said Coke. And so I got the things, a cute little wine glass, and I tossed that bad boy back with the Coca-Cola. And then next to know, me and Shavante was rappers. So we was just rapping back and forth, just like we was at a concert at the strip club. Like, hey, and these people, let me tell you, these fools let my drunk butt drive. I drove home.
Drove on?
I drove home.
Mom, you can't say that. That's incriminating yourself.
Well, that was so long ago. Incriminated a long time
Statue of
He said, every
limitations.
time because that was like over 30 years ago. That ain't, you ain't gonna be bringing
Hello?
that
Lenore, do you run Love and Live show?
I heard you were on YouTube.
We haven't warned
up. 30 years ago, you were drunk
up.
and you were driving. And I sure was. I was drunk driving. I ain't gonna lie. And my thing is, back then I never did drink and drive. It wasn't a thing that I did because I was a person that never really drank that much because I knew I was driving. But I didn't know I got drunk. Like, I didn't know. And what made your mom say no is I had this glass table, the one that your Uncle Chris broke. I had this glass table, and you know how they have those little bars on the bottom of the table, and then it goes way up. So my foot was on the table, and I had laid out on the table because I was tired. So I was like this, laying down, and Shavante was like, oh, get up and go to bed. I can't. I want to go to my room, but I can't. And she was like, why? I said, because it's too far down. It's too far down.
No, see that would have me. That remind me of when you asked me to pick the toilet up and put it in.
And mom
you
take it
didn't.
high.
And
No,
you did.
she can't do none of that stuff.
But did you do it? No, you didn't.
No, I did.
And then very rude and disrespectful. Pick the dang toilet up and bring it to me.
If I picked up the toilet, it wouldn't even work no more.
Whatever. Minor detail.
It wouldn't even work no more.
But all I know is I had my foot, and I remember it was up there, sitting there, and I was like, it's too far down. And Shavante was trying to be nice, and she said, just put your feet on the ground. And I think I turned my head. She said, spun around a whole bunch of times. And I said, what you want me to do, break my leg?
Yeah,
Are you going to carry me after I break my leg? Are you going to take me to the MF hospital after I break my And after that, she said, you can't never drink Beautiful. And to this
that
day,
makes sense.
To this day, I ain't never had Beautiful. Huh?
That's how you was acting when you was hot that one time. You was yelling at me. I said, "Oh, I'm not doing with this. I left you."
We gotta welcome somebody in.
Minor details.
All right, we got your soul, Zay. Run it back. We got your soul, Zay. What's good, Zay? Nice to have you in here. Thank you for joining us
How's
today.
everything going, Zay?
Zay is saying, "Hey y'all."
Hey.
Zay be doing the lives over there. Thank you for joining us, Zay.
Yes.
All right, listen.
I know that scared me.
Stay. She was saying the reason why she don't fool with the Patron. She said, let's just say, last time the ambulance was involved.
Ooh.
Lesson learned.
What?
Lesson learned.
Stay. You know you got to tell a story about
And
that
she
one.
said, sounds like a time was had.
Yes.
And then Stay said, oh, I have a go get the toilet memory. Yeah, so they said that announcement worked for me. Well, I'm glad
There you
notifications was working.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, this is not our normal schedule. We doing
It's gonna be
going
for
through
the
some
summer,
things right now.
hopefully,
But
but
yeah,
yeah.
this is gonna be our thing Saturday, Love Lounge. And Love Lounge, we just talk about different relationship topics and discussions. And today we talking about things
that
that are
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
It's
And
that
what
embarrassed
would we
me.
do in those situations? So
I don't
yeah,
think drinking stuff embarrassed me.
yeah. I could say drinking wasn't embarrassing for me.
You don't know. You was asleep.
I know, that's what I say. I
Yes.
can't. I
But
wasn't
he started
embarrassed.
trying to sound like he was from Africa.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, him and my son came back. You know, they with a whole bunch of Africans, but they gonna come out and start sound like Africans. And I was like, These people is crazy.
Mm-mm.
This is crazy. I can't do these folks. They was doing their thing. But you know, Eli didn't like being drunk, so that was his first and last time getting drunk. He was like, I ain't doing that no more.
Then he had the nerve to be drinking in Mexico.
They had the nerves to drink in Mexico.
Bro,
And we're going to go back and drink in Mexico.
I was so scared he was gonna get drunk.
And
in
guess who
Mexico.
was the one?
He busting on you.
I didn't get drunk.
Yeah.
He busting
Way
on
to off the
Avi.
bed.
You see how he busting on
I
Avi?
was not drunk.
I'm busting on you for real.
Oh, you see
That
how he
was
doing that?
crazy.
He busting on my poor baby.
How
My
you
baby
want to
was
talk
not
about
drunk. My
me?
baby
You was
was
I was
gone.
not drunk.
That my baby was
I
not
was
drunk.
reading the Bible. He just didn't know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know, of course.
What chapter was you on?
It's not in.
Revelation?
I know you thought you did something, but it's not
Isn't
working.
it Revelation, mommy?
Huh?
Revelation, right?
Yes.
Well, you only... But anyway.
You remember I said
Revolution?
Revolution?
Yeah,
Yeah, I read the Bible that, you know, the book of Revolution. I was like, you know, it's on. It's on. I said, no, I don't know the book of Revolution. What? It was working. Why did you take it out?
I'm just switching this out. This one is better. But go ahead. You can talk.
Say said she laughing at Avi. There you go.
Why? Why are you laughing at me?
Because you know whatever you said. I can't remember.
I don't remember what I
You know, we got bad memories over here, Stace. You know, we ain't got it right. We ain't acting right, Stace. I
And
like
you
to
know
really have
what's
this
so funny about
thing
Mexico?
of that way.
I was
Okay.
yelling at Eli. I said, "You better not get drunk." I said, "I'm not dealing with you." I said, "And if you get drunk, you're walking yourself to the room." Next thing you know, babe, I can't.
They said I would have caught you guys at the beginning, but it's 8 a.m. here, just waking up. Where you over there, Zay?
Where you at? I already said,
Zay, you ain't got no action.
I'm past bedtime over here. I already said that, but
What is going on, Zay? What time zone? You on the whole across the whole world?
Are you in Australia? Where you at? Paris? I gotta figure out which one it is. In Paris morning right now? Yeah, Paris. France. What is it?
Francis is in the morning now. But where
No,
you
it
at?
is
Where you
France.
at?
I know Paris.
Where you at, Zay? I mean, you ain't got to give your location like that. But
Yeah, you
you know.
can say you gotta give your location. We need to know.
Just so they say, I do have an accent, an American accent. I'm a travel vlogger.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't see your channels there. I just didn't know you was over across the time,
you
you
just
know,
all over the place.
time zones like that. Manila.
Oh,
I ain't ever.
I heard of Manila. Where's Manila?
I don't know. Oh wait, no. That's
Philippines.
Asian, yeah, I think it's in the Philippines.
Oh, Zay over there in the Philippines. How the connection over there in the
Wait, I
Philippines?
want to go.
Zay, you got 5G in the Philippines? How your what's your Wi-Fi looking like over there? Just asking. Zay said my vlog starts on June 5th. Oh, you getting down
Oh,
with
you
it?
were working it. That's what I'm talking about, Zay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna check it out, Zay. For
We
real.
sure
We are gonna check it out.
Yes. You gotta tag that so I can find them again.
Definitely. So back on track with this
Okay,
topic
yeah,
and the
back on to our
conversations
relationship.
because we
We
love
embarrass the
life.
drunk folks.
Yeah.
Except Lenore
Now-
and Avi, because we don't embarrass nobody.
Yeah.
Only
They
everybody
said,
does
they
that.
said, you think there's no 5G? No, I just want to know, is it good? They got good cell service down there. I know you have to buy a whole new SIM card and everything like that.
Only stuff like that.
Because
I'm worried about what food you eating down
I know,
there.
are you okay? Are you
What
okay
is there?
Well, if you
Yeah.
gotta do he
Is
watching
Is
us right
it
now. Like if
beautiful
I was over there,
Those are things I worry about. But he worried about your 5G.
okay.
If
Anyway,
you got something you're online with us, aren't you?
that's what I'm saying. That's
You
what I'm
know.
trying to figure out.
What you
Are-
mean? Figure
are
out
we-
here? I'm
Are
here.
we pixely over here? Or are we
Oh,
in a high
Lord.
quality?
Somebody help him.
Zay says it's good enough to do live vlog. Look, that's all I need to know.
There's something wrong with
Live
You need to
vlogs.
know that either, Eli.
Because if we travel and we want to do that in the Philippines, you got to know how to watch the internet is
Then
over.
he wouldn't have said he was vlogging if it didn't work.
You could travel vlog, just record and then post it later. But he
He
said
it's
live.
vlogging.
Said that he could do the live.
I'm sorry, Zay.
Look,
I'm-
Zay said, please, if you go to other countries, don't say that. don't say that.
That's all I'm saying. I hate it when I went to other cities, other states, and they be like, "Do y'all got cars?" Yes, we got cars. Before I was born, we had cars. What the heck? Yeah, no, we ain't
You
have
know,
no
that
those.
was a long time ago.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
My daughter is not trying to live long, y'all.
all right. Oh,
But yeah,
all
so
right.
I feel you, Zay. I don't know what's wrong with it like
All right,
today.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, so this one right here, okay? This young lady's having some issues. Oh, Zay said someone asked me if there was toilets. Okay, that one. Well, to be fair though, you do see those, videos and they're like, oh, they don't even have a toilet. You have to go in the ground or something like that. You know, there's the hole at the bottom.
But I think in certain countries they have toilets.
They have a
but
different
some of the
economy
main
areas.
people in the
Who lives in
where
the
they
house?
live have they don't, because where Grandpa Ben lives, the house that he got built, the toilet's outside. It's not on
It's
the
like an
inside.
outhouse.
Yeah, and it's still not like a toilet. It's like the whole thing or whatever.
Yeah, they say, that's the village, not the city. Yeah, when you see that, that's the real rural areas.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why I was asking you if the internet. I mean, I know they got internet over there. I know it ain't like ancient over there, but especially
You thought it was something. I mean, you got 5G.
Well, I was just wondering.
You got
'cause
5G?
we over here. We got it. They just got a tower built over there. They just came knocking
Why
on the
you
door.
explaining like I don't know? That's what I'm saying.
Saying,
Why you
I'm
explaining
just
to me like I
saying.
don't know?
I'm just saying.
See what I did was say?
I'm
See,
just
having a
saying.
nephew son is horrible sometimes. Like, he ain't making no sense. Yeah, look at the fever high.
Look, Zay said I got a vlog. I'm gonna stay in the village, so to prove
Uh-oh.
Americans survive. Anyway, okay, Zay.
Okay.
We checking
okay.
that out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check out what's going on at the village. Okay, let's really talk about it. So,
Now we're going to ask if they have toilets in that village.
Zay, where you showering? Where the bathroom? Are you okay in the village? Do we
And
need?
what kind of insects they have. Because we were just talking about insects in Australia. And I'm like, I'm not going to Australia.
Yeah, and you remember we was watching 90 Day Fiance, and they had the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And they were in the Philippines,
And
and
they
them
had all the bugs
just
came in. Oh, my goodness. Do you know how much I would have just freaked out with all them bugs? Oh, my goodness.
On your wedding day?
Oh my goodness. I would be like, this means our marriage is going to be horrible. It's ruined. It's a horrible marriage. That would be me crying and everything.
It's so horrible.
Wait, laughing at me.
Because that's funny.
Because that's what I would have did. You know it too.
Especially with the bugs. The
You
bugs
know
get
it.
involved.
And
You
then
would
you
go.
couldn't even talk. So I'd be because they all in your face and
Oh man.
Yeah, no.
Look,
And they just
said
swarmed in.
they say you're gonna show the bathroom and all that stuff.
Okay, we're gonna
Zay
be
doing it
watching.
up over there.
Yes.
You're gonna be tuned in, Zay. I checked out some of your lives before, Zay, but I need to tap in, especially with this.
Because he wants to travel around the world.
There's
Eli
this
does.
famous $1 Airbnb. That's a lot of that bloggers go to, and they have a
That's how
toilet
much?
on the floor. That's a $1 Airbnb
Where?
in the Philippines. That a lot of bloggers go over there, and they have a toilet on the floor. And Zay said I ain't been on one of those yet.
Oh.
But I mean, that's the good thing about the Philippines too. The
$1.
economy, yeah, the economy is. You over there, you got that
What?
USD. You better lay it down with the American dollar over
$1
there.
American money?
Yeah.
Really? I will go to the Philippines.
But the toilet's on the floor.
Well, I mean,
Is
it's
it like
a
the
dollar.
ones that you like stand over and use the bathroom? Because I think that's in like China too.
They have different cultures. I have a lot of those two different toilets like that, where
That's
you
pretty cool.
you just kind of use the bathroom like that.
I think I'm too
And
old
you
for
just
that
drop
now.
it
I
down.
think that's a young buck thing.
But that's why they do that, because it keeps you, All right, I'm not gonna. I was gonna go with the conversation, but I'm just going to leave that alone because y'all having some just a little spat over there. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. This young lady's having an issue. She just got a boyfriend,
Oh my god.
and they dating and everything like that. And this is getting wild, okay? So you sipping on that coffee right now. She got this issue. She been going to the doctors about it, but right now, it's an issue.
What's the issue?
So she got like a stomach problem. She gets gassy just over anything. It's just happening a lot. It's coming out of both ways. Gas here, gas there. She can fuel up a full tank. And you know, she's having a while. Like, you know, they've been dating, so she's been able to keep it under wraps. But now that it's more serious, she's gonna be spending a lot more time, ideally. But she wants to know how to bring it. Like, she don't want to know, if it's a deal breaker, all that different stuff. She's not necessarily sure. And it's something, you know, something happened already between them in public, and she had a little incident. She was feeling embarrassed about it. But if
What happened?
she had the gas had to
She
go,
was farting.
and
Bruh.
we, you know, so, but you know, that was manageable. But you know, she's been recently having some episodes that's a little bit more extreme, and she wants to know kind of like, you know, what's a way, because she's very embarrassed about this, but what's the way to kind of bring this to her now boyfriend?
Bring that she's gassy?
Yeah, she has a stomach issue. You
I
know,
have
she's
a
embarrassed about it, but you know,
That's how it always
that's just
is.
how you gonna say it.
Yeah.
You gassed up, and you just gonna say, "Oh, what's going on?"
You know what? I would. I'd be like, hey, let me tell you. I like to be upfront with everybody, let people know. I got the stomach stomach issue.
Girl.
That's what it is, and it's serious. And so I just wanted to let you know. Oh, are you all right? Yeah, just, you know, I'm gonna fart every now and then, and I can't control when it comes out. And I best not hold it in because my stomach explodes. So I'd rather it come out my butt than out my stomach because we don't want the explosion in my belly. You know what I mean? Ha ha ha. So
listen.
you know,
Listen,
you might want to get some air freshener. Ah, you know, I try to
You
make
play-
jokes out
play
of
with
stuff
it,
because
yeah.
my thing is, when you make it too serious, people don't know how to handle it. When you just joke around, you just deal with it. Yeah, my girl's farty. She's gassy.
you know how it go. Zay said, "You guys are entertaining." Thank you, Zay.
Thank you,
Definitely
Zay.
appreciate that. And Stacey said, "See, you know, just be truthful. Okay, men are gross and accepting of everything. Just chew your antacids, girl."
You know what I mean? Like, there's not... Because a man will fart in a minute. They don't be holding it in.
You are not lying.
They just
I know
let it
some.
out.
I know some men that really just be letting it rip.
Elijah.
His
Like,
name is
I ain't
Goliath
even
for
lying.
real.
I ain't even lying to you. I know some men that whoa.
And some just... And you know... And they be so happy about it. And they laugh about it and joke about it.
Look, I
And
ain't
then
gonna
tell you,
lie.
I'm trying to
done
help you
smelt
out.
some-
I'm trying to
Whoa.
help you out. That's what some people will say. I'm trying to help you out when I fart. That's what I...
So, well, if you know that, just know, and just in general, men are more accepting of something like that. Like, you know, you might a lady in that situation and the dude get a little, oh, that's obnoxious. But, and I think everybody can still have that understanding of this is a health issue.
I think a lot of women make everything like a problem. Like pooping. Like, it's
Yeah.
like just poop. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
because
it's
I hear women
make-believe,
talk
though. It's
about, oh my
make-believe.
God, I've been with my boo for a long time and I still won't
I
let
go
him
outside
walk in
to
the bathroom when I use the
Yeah.
bathroom. Shoot, you will never use the bathroom then because I'm going to walk in on you and you can sure walk in on me. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I think when you make it a problem, it is a problem. If you
Mhm.
don't make it a problem, it's not a problem. It's on you. If you go in there, I'm just, I'm embarrassed, but I fart. You'll be like, no, it's a problem. So it happens anytime, every day. And they be like, because I just farted 10 times while you was telling me the story. Like, literally, like, what are we talking about? Do you
Yeah.
fart more than me? Let's see who can fart the most. Like, men are not into all that. We have it in our mind, like, oh my God, he's going to think I'm less of a lady because I fart. And they don't go, I don't fart, I pooped. No, you fart.
You don't fart, I ain't never heard that one.
Oh,
I
women say that a
fart, I
lot.
poop.
They're,
That's cap.
They-
I done smelled
poop
more
and
than
fart
poops.
is the same thing.
he said, I didn't smell
No,
More than
they
poop.
trying to be demure with that. I done smelt it. See, that's when you do the quiet ones. That's when you try to do the quiet ones. That's where you try to be a poop. No,
Yeah, that's it. When the funkiest one is when you being quiet.
that's what I'm saying.
Them silent ones is
But
a silent
that's
killer.
what they try to get you. It's like it's always it's silent. Then next thing you know, the whole room is smelling.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like somebody like me, you don't have to really worry about that because
No.
I come through with like the Febreze smell, like fresh
No.
air.
No, you don't.
Yes, not at all.
Come
You
through with
come
the
with that
rose.
atomic bomb.
Coming through
and
with
then
the
it be loud.
rose
Wait, you
bush,
be
rose
like,
Rose garden.
With it. We're in the shower. The curtain is closed. You know, it's steamy, and he farts, and I'm like, Eli, and
You know that phone
literally,
with
I
the heat?
swear, I start crying, and he's, babe, it's not that bad. No.
It's-
One time, I was so freaking tired. He farted, or his breast, something. And I was like literally on the verge of crying. Because why do you smell like that? And his farts are so disgusting. And you don't know how to say
crazy.
sorry. You don't know how to say
No,
excuse
you think
me.
it's funny.
Yes. And then I say excuse me. I didn't think I had to. What do you mean you didn't think you had to say excuse me?
The loud one every morning.
Oh, I
Okay,
hate
what
that.
are y'all talking about?
Your
You talking about when
farts.
I was trying to save your life?
No, and see, that's the
That's
crap
it.
right there. That's that crap
There's
right
no
there.
respect,
He trying
though.
to save my life. No, ain't nobody saying fart.
There is no respect for me trying to save your life.
Oh, shut up.
Let's really me risking myself, risking
You
my
ain't
body,
risking nothing.
risking my temple
Oh,
to make
please.
sure that you're.
Eli's full of crap. I just want y'all to know. he's
That
been
might have
saying
been
this
the
for
issue.
years.
That might have been the issue.
But every morning there's a big old atomic bomb that comes out of Eli, and we got to hear it all the time. So, like I said, men do not care. Women care more than men do.
Some men
Be
do care.
free.
I'm not gonna lie. Some men do care.
They have they
Some men
got
do.
issues.
Some men do. I know.
And then they
there's some
stupid.
people
I'm
that
just
do.
tell you right now.
Well, I want to say this too. It's just everybody got their own thing, but I
No.
think at the
I
bottom line
understand
of
certain
everything,
things, but something that you can't control is like the
That's the
dumbest
thing,
thing
yeah.
to be mad at. Oh my God, my girl farts. I couldn't believe she farts. That's some stupid stuff. That's that stuff I'd be like, where the real men at? Cause what you getting mad about?
I don't think
Like,
it makes
if,
it.
if you don't fart,
just,
then
that's
you can get mad at me and be like, why? Because you really can't hold it in and it doesn't hurt your stomach. But if you can't hold it in, don't be having an opinion about me.
Listen, Stacey said, "Lady once let one loose in the store today, and I was running." Stacey said, "I hold mine. This is too much." And then Stacey said, "All of your business." He like, "That's why I don't know. They just try to
He
air
ain't
it out.
even embarrassed about
I'll
it.
be airing it out, but they don't have to air it out. It's like
We
it's
gotta
better
live
'cause
with it.
I air it out because it's better out than in. Y'all don't have to start trying to tell people about all this information and me
We trying to
to
help
And
the
you know what
person.
I
help
realized?
y'all.
Elijah, you remember we got that concentrated air freshener?
Yeah.
I realized he'd be funking up the bedroom because I wake up in the morning and it'd be smelling all extra strong of that air freshener. I said, why did you spray it? Oh, I just felt like it. No, it's because you farted and you was trying to get dressed and didn't want to live with that. That's the
See, but that's the
problem.
thing though.
You don't want to save your own life. You want to save everybody else's life, but you don't want to save your own.
See, but that's the real hero in me.
Shut up.
They not ready for that conversation. No, they not ready for that
Shut
conversation. When the hero really step in,
What
they
hero?
really step in. They not ready. They not ready to talk about it. That's
What
the
hero?
issue.
And let me tell y'all what he's talking about. Cause there was this time.
Not all heroes wear capes, y'all.
Shut up. No, just shut up. There was this one time we was in the room
Oh man.
and the news came on. Lying. This is why you don't trust the news. The news be lying.
It's a real source. How you gonna not
Shut up.
facts? You can't beat facts. There's facts and there's fiction.
And this
There
fiction.
is straight facts.
This is lies. Anyway,
Don't make. I had to start
This is
doing research.
nonfiction
Next
right
time I'm
here,
going to have to
nonfiction
bring
right
this
here.
these details to
So
y'all.
the news was lying, talking about they have heard that if you smell farts and stuff like that, that it will help you. It can help cure cancer and it can prevent cancer. So that's why when he said, "I'm trying to save your life," that's what he's talking
Look.
about. That's what he's talking about every time he says. So when he said, "Oh, I'm being a hero," and it's because that's what it is. Yeah, smelling your partner's farts can help you live longer.
Oh, no.
And look,
No.
it's facts.
No.
I have improved.
Eli is not my partner,
improved-
so I should not have to smell
I'm your
it.
business partner.
Oh, fuck.
Look, that's not you. Yeah, you caught yourself on that one. Ah! Ah! My wife at life
your wife,
quality
nothing.
of
Your
life has
wife, nothing.
improved.
No, his
Since
quality life has improved.
Has improved since
Every
I
time
had
you
started.
have to fart, we're taking a break.
Every day, every day, if I don't stick to the ritual, I will notice that it might be a decline. So I have to make
Eli is a liar.
Science. scientifically backed. Can't beat the facts. All right.
So basically,
Trust the
Eli
numbers.
will make you wanna throw
Trust
up.
the numbers and your gut.
no, So basically, what we're trying to say is you do not need to be embarrassed that you have to fart and you have some guy striking whatever. What is it?
I don't know what
I don't know what
was
word.
going
Because you gotta
on.
have stomach issues that making you have to fart, you should not have to be embarrassed. And if a man don't want to be with you because you have something like that, you don't want him anyway. Because you want somebody who's gonna want you for you. Period.
Especially if it's
All
something
of you.
that's not preventable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
It's
it's
a
a health
disease
issue,
or
that's what I'm
whatever
saying.
it
Bottom
is.
line.
And even if it's not a health disease, that's something you
It's
naturally
normal.
do. That's a natural bodily function that
Yeah.
you have to do. Now you
And-
can talk about it, yell about it like we do, but literally that's what it is. And if he don't want you for that, then you don't want him anyway, because you ain't gonna be happy in that relationship. So
And that's facts because, you know, like my grandma, she told me this is facts, y'all.
No, your
It's
grandma.
better out than in. And that is the truth you have to live by.
She wasn't saying.
Now,
that when we-
understand in certain situations, it is you have to be respectful. Don't do that. You know?
like move out
But-
your wife's way and your mother's way and your
But-
auntie's way.
Excuse me.
whatever happens in that moment, you know. And if you have to save a life, then do that. See, not everybody's ready to take the stance of a hero.
You are.
Not everybody can do it.
You are the.
Well, let me.
Why do you think there's
I'm
not
a fart
there's
so
a
I can be your
shortage
hero.
of firefighters, police, and people who work in those areas? Because not everybody is willing to be a
Somebody-
hero.
Somebody help me. So, like I said, no.
They say it's not a health issue. Excuse yourself. That's what some people, you know, you have to be excused. But when you're
Tell
helping
him to
somebody,
excuse himself, say
sometimes
something, you
instead
got
of a
issues.
excuse me, you should expect like a you're welcome, like a thank you,
Ain't
something like that.
Shut up. No.
So
like I
as we
said,
proceed through
say-
this
say it's
conversation
crazy,
today,
but
y'all,
no. And tell the person they cool. Like, if that person don't want to be with you, bye.
Well, I think to not be with somebody over something like that, they already wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, that's
So
what I.
break up with me because I'm telling you I like to fart or I have to fart.
Nah, I like to fart.
Don't
I'm
be breaking
getting
up with
sweaty.
me.
But next one, this is gonna be our last one.
Okay.
We've been on here having fun. We let that out.
Is this another girl from Boys One?
This next one, all right.
Yep.
This is this dude. Okay, let's talk
a
about
dude.
it. Let's talk about it. He been on Instagram,
Oh no.
been on IG. All right, and I guess we're gonna have to talk about it. So he been talking to this girl on Instagram. They've been having a nice little back and forth. They followed each other, mutual. They live close. So anyway, all this they've been talking to each other back and forth, got each other's regular number, FaceTime, and all this. It's just hype. It's built up. Okay, so they finally locked down the date. What's happening? Oh, we're gonna go meet each other. Let's go to the movies. Let's go to a movie date. He heads to the movies. And it's not necessarily a catfish, but it's just not his fish.
The pictures.
He's not feeling the way she's looking. But he rocked with her vibe during the thing and everything like that. But they talking about getting together, everything like that, and it does not look like that's working out. He's having a hard time looking past the visual aspect. And so
Are you trying to say she's ugly?
She's a catfish. She doesn't look like her pictures.
she's not
Oh.
a catfish. It's just not his cup of tea. Like, she looked one way in the photos. So it's a
That's a
catfish,
catfish,
but she's
too.
not. It's a catfish, but he's not saying like she's busted or anything. You know, some people it's like a drastic
Ugly
difference.
to him.
He just seen her and he's not necessarily feeling her. And it could have been even before, but he definitely in reality. He could have been trying to cope in his mindset, oh, maybe if I see her in person, it's different. But when he seen her, he wasn't feeling her. And they at the movie theater, tensions rise, and they kissed.
Ooh.
And now he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to be, embarrassing or that. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't really know how to handle this because I did kiss her, but at the same time, I'm conflicted because I'm not really feeling it at the same time.
Why would you kiss her?
So now he don't know what he should do.
Don't talk to her.
He don't want her, he shared this long conversations and back and forth with her. And this, he don't want to make her feel embarrassed based off of how his feelings are.
Wait, so did he know that he didn't think she was cute before they went on the date? 'Cause if
No, he
that's
was
the
saying he
case-
was feeling her. He was feeling her, but like it was at the same time he's kind of on the edge, like
before they met.
yeah, before they met, and then when he met her, and then she was definitely not looking the way he thought.
So he
So
went on
her
a date with
personality wasn't hidden, and she's not hidden.
I
Her
guess. No, her
personality
personality. I mean, they had a good little chemistry and everything like that, and that was cool. But the visual aspect and
When did he
wasn't
get the
working
visual?
out.
Before he
Because he
saw
met
her?
her. And he's seen her on Instagram, but he didn't
she
really
look
see
the
her for
same?
real.
That's what I'm saying. So when did he not feel her? Could you say him
Because they
before
were on
they met?
FaceTime and stuff like that, so he couldn't
so
necessarily really
FaceTime
tell. So
he
he was
could
like,
tell.
you know, maybe she just don't know how to hold the camera right.
Oh.
Like, you know, like he was trying to like cope in his mind, like
'Cause
maybe
he liked the
she's
way
just
she
not
was.
doing it. Yeah,
Right.
maybe she just don't know what she's doing.
Okay.
But then when he's there, it's like he's double taking, like he's looking
Yeah.
at like, is this like what?
Okay.
I didn't see it like this, but she looking like what? Like, so then he's like got caught up in the moment. Then he kissed her, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, why did I do
The
that?"
kiss was horrible.
Yeah, it could have been whatever it is.
Changed it up is what
Yeah.
he's saying, but the kiss wasn't good either. So now, you're not looking cute, and your kiss sucks.
Ooh, girl.
Ooh.
Whatever it was, he
No.
don't want to. He shared this intimate moment with her, and he don't want
So just
her
stop
to
talking
be
about
embarrassed.
But my thing is, if you wasn't feeling it, why didn't you just say, you know what, you know?
because he been building his hype up, they done locked down the date, and he wasn't
But, like, it's not
generally
like you can
excited.
change your mind. You could be like, no, I changed my mind.
They done worked hard on this securing his date, and he was again. It's not like he didn't like her. He just was on the edge towards the end before
So
he got
then
to
you
me.
kissed her.
Look, I can't. He look. I don't think he should have did that, obviously, but he's faced with these things now. So
Okay.
what would you say for Boss Man now? Is the question.
Just be honest. It's gonna hurt her feelings. There's nothing you can do about it. Just be honest. Or you can lie. Either way it goes, it don't matter. You can lie and be like, you know what?
I'm not ready yet.
I'm not ready for a relationship. I thought I was, and I just realized I'm not in a relationship for him. Or you can be like, I thought we was gonna mesh, and I thought I can, you know, but you know, I'm just not
The
attracted to
vibe is
you.
not going,
I'm not attracted
Ooh,
to you.
that's hurtful.
and that's
You
why
know,
it's
that's
like
true.
you know.
But
you-
I think sometimes, even though it's a hurtful truth, I think it's a necessary
appreciate
truth
that
sometimes
better.
because then you can know what you need to work on for yourself. Because I think if we keep lying to each other, you know, it's not helping the situation because you don't know. Like some people be like, everything about you, but your swag ain't hitting. I don't know, and that bothers me because you can say I shouldn't have a problem with the way you dress, and I should like you regardless. But if I want your swag to be up 10 notch, that's just where I want it to be. And if you can't do it, I don't want to be with you, and I have a right to feel that way. But I also feel like you should know because maybe the next woman might not want to be with you because your swag, like you know,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. I don't want to be with this type of swag that you have. It's not for me.
yeah, you're not feeling
Cut
it.
it out a little bit.
Yeah, I just think honestly, it hurts, and I think we try to avoid hurting people, but you can't help it because either way it goes, I don't care if it was the first way I said it, to the second way I said, both of them is gonna hurt your feelings. So I'd rather you tell the truth, me tell the truth and hurt your feelings, than me lie to you and hurt your feelings. Saying I'm not really ready to be in a relationship after I saw you and kissed you, to saying, well, you just not my type. I thought it was. I thought we was gonna mesh. I thought when I got in person with you, it was gonna be totally different, and it just wasn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to be my friend, but if you do, we can be friends and call it a day. But what I think, this is me personally,
Talk about it. What you think?
I think people focus on relationships so fast that they miss the opportunity to really get to know somebody.
Yeah, that's.
And my thing is, and for me, I don't really worry about looks. I worry about more of how you gonna treat me, and are you a man of your word? And those are things that are my turn on. Like, I need you to be a man of your word. I need you to be a family man. I need you to be able to support me. And I mean, my vision, whatever I want to do, I want that kind of support. You know what I mean? And I want to know that you love me regardless of how I look, how I feel. I just want to know that you love me. Those are my standards that I'm looking for. And because I have those standards, me talking to you on the phone, I will never know those things because now I'm only getting your words out of your mouth. And I need to go on several dates with you to find out if we vibe. In that situation, I want to know how you really act. I want to know when you get mad, what you feel like. So those are things I look at. I'm not looking at your looks. I can care less what you look at. I've had fine dudes, ugly dudes, halfway dudes. And I found out all those dudes are jerks. So, you know, and they can be all nice. It's just really what it is to me. So my thing is, when you guys are meeting people on the phone, instead of so busy worried about trying to be in a relationship, why don't you take more time to get to know each other? Like, okay, we're going on a date. I want you to understand this is a date. That means if you want to date all these other dudes, you can. Just like I can date all these other girls. Do not think because I'm taking you on a date that we in a relationship, because it's not. And I had to make that clear, like when I was dating, like I'm dating other people too. So just so you know, you are all right to date other people. I don't want you just to be focused on me, because I really want to know that you want me for me. So if you dating all these other girls and you still thinking about me, I know you still want me for me. You know what I mean? That's just how my brain is. But that's how I look at it. Stop trying to rush into a relationship, because you might be throwing away a lot of people that are really good for you in a relationship that God is sending to you, because you looking at looks and all this other stuff. And when you actually like somebody, you can't even see their looks no more, because you know it's true. You know when you love somebody, they ain't ugly no more. You guys have had babies that are ugly and y'all thought they was cute. You got siblings that you thought was
this
cute.
Is a crazy. This is a crazy like a
you
clip or
guys
something.
know it's true.
This is a wild stance.
You guys know it's true. Don't act like it's just me. Don't act like it's just me. Like, I'm just speaking what's the truth is. You know that. But when you fall in love with the baby, or you could go right now and adopt an ugly baby. Be like, this baby scared me. But when you fall in love with that baby all of a sudden is cute. You can't see any flaws with that baby. You really can't. My mom's friend, she used to tell me, and I remember seeing her baby, and I was like, And she was like, my baby is ugly. And I was like, yes, he is. And I just, kept her on the inside, because I didn't think it was right for me talking about the baby. But she was talking about the baby, so I just was agreeing on the inside. I didn't agree outward. I just agreed on the inside, like, yes, your baby is ugly. And then when she got older, we talked about, like, yes, he's ugly, baby. Yes, he was. But he grew up to be, he's a handsome child. I think he's handsome now. So, but you just be like,
poor little baby.
Some baby just ugly. I said that about my sister. I love my sister today, but she was an ugly baby. That's just what I said, But when you love your baby, you be like, oh, you see, but that child used to scare me.
Dang.
But that's what it is. You just, like, literally, it is what it is. Like, you have to know the truth. But once you get to know somebody, you don't see the flaw in that person, because you now, like, I like you and I love you. This is
it's
a
the
different
favor.
type of,
You don't really care about that. Well, because at the end of the day, looks does not really matter.
It doesn't. But I know you want to have some kind of attraction, because, like, how can I, be physical with you if I'm not attracted to you? But when you fall in love, you're very attractive. Because I'm going to tell you, you can be pretty, you can be fine as you whine. You can be the finest man in the world. You got a horrible attitude, ain't nobody want you. Ain't nobody want you like you. Yeah, on the surface you fine, but out the surface you an ugly jerk. Like, you don't want that. So I don't know why we be in denial. I think people just want to jump into a relationship so fast that they're missing the opportunity of getting to know one another. All that long talk just to say that.
Well, we got to welcome somebody in. Formerly known as Chocolate Brother, formerly known as Gamer Bro. We've got E is God's son. He said, "Hey everyone, how you doing today, everyone?"
Hey.
All right, we're doing good over here. E is God's son.
Yes.
Listen, stay said, say just be honest.
Yep.
And say that this isn't gonna work. Quit wasting people's time.
That's the thing. Stop wasting my time. If you don't like me, just tell me a friend. Don't waste my time. Don't. Because I found out, like, I'm going to say it was on both ends. Like, that's how I'm going to say. Maybe the guy didn't think I was attractive and I didn't think he was attractive. I think it happened several times in my life that, somebody didn't think I was attractive. And I know that several times I didn't think somebody was attractive. But when I got to know them, I didn't want to have a relationship because I knew I was going to be treated right. And I knew that we were going to have fun together, because that's what I look for. When I'm in a relationship, I want to know that we can have fun. Like, we don't have to spend no money. We can just have fun together. Like, acting silly, doing silly stuff. I like doing stuff like that, And if I want to do something crazy, you're not looking at me like, ugh, what's wrong with you? Making me feel awkward for being me. That's what I look at. And I'm quite sure, I've had guys tell me when I was younger, I didn't think I was going to want to date a big girl. What? Who you talking to? I'm gorgeous. No, that's how I felt. But yeah. But you won't know until you get to know somebody.
And that's true, and don't let that be the limiter. And I think that's what the main moral of the story is when it comes to that. Oh, goodness.
Because I
Where
said
you
beautiful,
even-
you were supposed to say, yes, you are, auntie.
Oh, God.
We was, okay, y'all. I'm trying my best not to contract the act up virus. I'm really trying. So, on this note, I'm really trying. So, thank everybody
You have active virus?
on here. No, but I know somebody who does, and they're not wearing a mask right now.
I'm looking at you.
And where's your mask? You're supposed to have a mask on the live. Because you got the active virus. And you're trying to spread it. And it's highly contagious. It can even be given through the screen. No, see, look, she's trying. No, she's trying to. Y'all, if y'all catch me acting up on the next live, you know why. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, we've been having fun on here. We had lots of different conversations, lots of different talks about being embarrassed and whether you should be embarrassed and all that good stuff. All right, how we would handle certain situations and go about it. Maybe how you should go about it, and all that to say. Being embarrassed is overhyped. Don't be embarrassed, okay? We gonna go ahead and close things out here on Love Lounge by saying, remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. We're gonna
smooch it.
Bye. Have a good time.
Step into the light where hearts unwind. Conversations deep where love's defined. In the realm where truth takes the stage. Love Lounge opens up the page. Love Lounge, let's take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Whispers of wisdom in every word. Connecting hearts that might have blurred. Feel the rhythm of every beat. Love Lounge, the place where souls meet. Love Lounge, let's take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. From passion's peak to tender care. Journey with us, we share, we dare. A space for hearts to bear their truth. Love Lounge, bringing fresh roots. Love Lounge, just take a dive. It's stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, Love Lounge, we thrive. On Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, we thrive. On Love Lounge, we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive. Stories that keep love alive.